Yes sir, I finally returned like the man himself, Corey X Kenshin, and it's about that time we cover some peak today, cause Megamind is a top 10 DreamWorks movie of all time, no debate. But without further ado, let's get the ball rolling. So the movie rolls off with this big blue-headed baby getting evacuated by his parents cause his planet is on the brink of getting destroyed, and they immediately put KSI inside of a space pod. And Megamind's parents really said, we do not want to see that Jada Pinkett forehead ever again. Bro is really every sniper's dream, an easy target. But they end off sending him with Minion and give big blue-headed baby that Vegeta treatment cause he travels to a distant planet and suddenly collides with a human who was also coming to Earth as well. And I can't lie, that's W parents right there. Like me personally, if I was the dad, I would have hopped in that space pod so quick and left all of them like how Toji did to his son Megami. But KSI gets absolutely snuffed by the writers cause the other kid gets the luxury of the rich parents while KSI gets thrown right into the hood and ends up in Metro prison out of all places. Like nah, that sequence of events alone would be enough for me to become a villain cause first, my parents are at a Michael Jackson concert, and second, Lil Bro is out here living lavish in a mansion with flying abilities. Like that's not fair. But on the other hand, KSI was taught as a child that wrong is right, and he was actually a genius for his age cause he could basically build anything that he desired. And bro was really out here riding around on his makeshift motorcycle. Like I bet KSI was goated at making prison ramen with some bag of hot Cheetos. And my son was having the time of his life until he finally got off prison with good behavior and was introduced to a school that only has gifted kids in it. Floyd Mayweather definitely was not one of them. And Goody Two Shoes over here was everyone's favorite cause he had powers like Superman and had the entire class by his side. But that right there gave Megamind the opportunity to plot his own ideas, which didn't exactly go too well cause he started burning the entire kitchen down like Aisha Curry while making some food. And my boy KSI was constantly getting put in timeouts over and over again and was always left out from the fun no matter what cause he even got dodgeballs thrown at him by other classmates. That's tough. And I can't even lie, if I was KSI, I would have already lost my cool by now. How do you have the gall to treat me like this when I go to sleep with rats at night and have squid patties for breakfast? I need some of that cooking with Kaya, bro.
When I say cook it, y'all say Kaya, cook it, cook it.
But KSI had enough of that little bro treatment cause he floods the entire school with some of that Bill Cosby secret stuff and finally makes that transition into a supervillain. And hey, I don't even blame him, I would have done the exact same but worse. And hold on, how did little bro just lift the whole school up? What do they be feeding these kids nowadays? This is absurd. And also, before we continue, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now or else you'll have this forehead for the rest of your life. So after a little time skip, we see that Metroman and Megamind have a huge rivalry going on even after all these years, but nothing's really changed because bro is still catching all these L's to Metroman no matter the occasion. And turns out Metroman is currently the defender of Metro City while Megamind is basically the YN causing havoc in the streets. And oh my goodness, that forehead has gotten way too big now. I just want to go up to Megamind and say, Michael Jordan. Hey, I have a present for you from Metroman to count every second of your 85 life sentences.
Damn.
But we all knew Megamind was not gonna sit in solitary confinement all day cause the movie is named after him, we gotta remember that. So Megamind finally puts that ginormous brain to use and replaces himself with Unk and makes the coldest exit out of prison, and our boy Minion arrives in perfect time to pick up Megamind inside of that invisible boatmobile. But a few moments later, we see Metroman holding a special presentation with literally the entire city in attendance today. And there was not a single person in Metro City that disliked Metroman, out here moving like Spider-Man in that one scene. I know bro has at least 1 billion followers on Instagram. So Metroman announces the opening of his new museum with a gigantic statue of himself, and you know, the crowd is loving it here today. It seems like a pretty normal day for the citizens of Metro City. But that's until we see the sky get crowded by a bunch of smoke, and it's none other than Megamind who crashes the party. Like dang bro, get your King Neptune forehead off my screen, put on a hat or something, I can't stand him. Boo, get him out of here. Get this peanut off my screen. Oh brother, this guy stinks. But Metroman starts playing it cool, talking about, this ain't a big deal, you always end up behind bars, we know this. But bro should have just kept his mouth closed cause Megamind shows her Roxanne who's currently held hostage right now, and that obviously makes Metroman tweak out a little cause he's like,
Roxanne, Roxanne, all she wanna do is party all night.
We're at the abandoned observatory.
and that immediately triggers Metroman to go save his shorty. Like, bro literally wasted no time and got to zooming like a rocket ship. And y'all know superheroes, man. Every time a snow bunny is involved, they suddenly decide to lock in like the fate of the universe is on the line. Like, this is probably how fast Rod Wave travels to McDonald's when he hears the ice cream machine isn't broken anymore.
Yeah. Bruh, your big ass too excited about this ice cream, bruh.
So Metroman rushes right into the observatory, but he realizes that something ain't right because he's the only person inside of there. And Megamind hits Metroman with the pump fake of the century because the whole time Metroman was stuck inside of a fake observatory and Roxanne knew she was cooked. There was nobody coming to save her this time. Hey, let me out of here, you bald-headed freak. I promise, if you let me escape, I'll get you a hair transplant from Turkey. And turns out Metroman was struggling to get on his feet, all because his kryptonite was copper like how Rod Waves is with healthy eating. There wasn't even a single chance Metroman could escape. He just started raising the red flag at this point. So Megamind launches a death beam directly aimed at the observatory and literally blows the entire island to absolute shreds. And there's actually no way Metroman survived that explosion unless he popped the golden apple right before getting hit. Like, dang, Megamind, I started thinking to myself, what did he do to make you that mad? But even after all that, we see Metroman fly right at Megamind at full speed and absolutely bodies him to the ground. And oh, nah, this man got turned into straight skeleton bones. What kind of Looney Tunes ad death is this? Like, Megamind was so flabbergasted that he actually couldn't believe he packed up his #1 arch nemesis after all these failed attempts. And bro really started celebrating like he won the World Cup or something. I know Metroman is tight right now after looking at the kill cam.
We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay! Always team up! We did it!
So 3 hours later, the city is in complete shambles after the death of Metroman, and these boys are really out here running the streets of Metro City while blasting some of that little Uzi Vert on the speakers. They really had to notify the whole city who runs the stuff around here now, and even the cops had to admire Megamind's pull-up. That's just how much aura this man holds. I would have quit the police force that day. And bro, I can't lie, at this point I was cheering for Megamind. He's just way too likable, and we're only like 20 minutes into the movie. So Megamind and Minion end up having the time of their lives, raining pure terror over Metro City, robbing banks, spray painting buildings, and even causing some property damage. You know, the usual villain activities. And basically, to put things short, everyone was living in Gotham City right now. That Metroman pack was hitting like crazy. Nobody could stop these two at all. They were on a generational run.
Who's gonna stop me?
But then Megamind suddenly comes to the realization that even with all the wealth and accessories that they have, he still feels unhappy and unsatisfied with his life. But then he proceeds to drop this absolute banger of a line right here.
We have it all, yet we have nothing.
And Megamind low-key feels that being a villain is pointless now, and I understand. There's nobody to face him like there was before, and he starts questioning if he should have ever chose this lifestyle in the first place. And Megamind was playing his role so well that I actually started to feel bad for him, even though he was the bad guy. Is that weird? Let me know, chat. So Ginger Boy over here tries rizzing up Roxanne and invites her to one of his Diddy parties, but bro completely airballs and gets hit with multiple rejections over and over again. Like, dog, she does not want you, bro. Take a hint. This man was really out here spitting game like how Shamik Moore was to Haley Steinfeld. He was cooked from the very beginning.
It's easier to be Miles flirting with Gwen when I'm looking at Haley.
Yeah, right.
I was very happy to work with Haley.
Yeah.
Someone has to put a stop to Megamind. Yo, lady, we're closing soon. Get rolling. And so Roxanne tells Bernard to give him a quick little minute before she leaves the building. But meanwhile, we see Megamind plant a detonating bomb and a few explosions to destroy Metroman's statue. Like, nah, Megamind is actually a D1 hater on the same levels as Reverse Flash. Like, what can you possibly gain from doing all this? Like, stop, he's already dead. So while Megamind is trying to escape the building ASAP before he gets turned into Tom Holland, he runs into Bernard, who sadly gets Swiss cheese by Megamind, and he switches into his body just in the nick of time before Roxanne catches him. And as soon as bro hops into the elevator with Roxanne, he starts panicking because a 10 out of 10 is right beside him. And hey, I'm not gonna lie, I would be nervous too. I can't blame him.
What I'm sorry.
And also hit that subscribe button right now, or else Rod Wave is gonna squish on you while you're sleeping tonight. So now we're back at Megamind's lair, and he comes up with a very smart plan to give someone the physical powers of Metroman and make that certain individual fight against Megamind in an epic battle. And hey, Megamind was really cooking up inside of the laboratory because he ends up using Metroman's DNA to replicate his exact abilities and puts it inside of a small serum so that he can inject it into someone, which is actually a good idea. Or is it? But then we swap over to Roxanne and Ginger Boy, who end up finding Megamind's fake observatory that he hides all of his secrets at. And Megamind obviously did not want her to discover all of that baby oil that he was hiding, so he instantly disguises himself as Bernard and tells her to get the heck out of here, cause what is she doing here? And I'm not gonna lie, I would be sweating buckets right now if I was Megamind. This is like Plankton being on the verge of discovering the Krabby Patty secret formula. You can let anyone find out. Hey minions, send in the goons.
Oh, say less.
And then we get this goofy little fight scene where Megamind starts fighting himself so that Roxanne stops wandering around his observatory. And Megamind tells her that he has Bernard stuck inside of the Diddy Asylum and horrifying things are happening to him, to which Roxanne pulls out the blick on Megamind getting ready to fire, but bro immediately surrenders before he gets sent back to his parents. So bro comes right back as Bernard, but then decides to switch back to Megamind again. But then him and Roxanne start fighting for the gun, but to everybody's surprise, the shot goes off and starts bouncing in different places. But then we literally get the worst turn of events because the blast ends up hitting Ginger Boy, who was literally outside while this was happening. You cannot make this up, bro. So Megamind and Roxanne finally end up escaping the building by using the explosive, and as soon as they get back to safety, she tells him that he hasn't seen anyone stand up to Megamind except for him. And that's actually kind of funny because he was literally two people at once, but hey, he's obviously not gonna let her know that. And Ginger Boy starts getting mad salty because Tobey Maguire from TEMU bagged Roxanne instead of him. I need some of y'all to take notes right now. And to put the icing on the cake, Megamind even secures the hug for saving her life, and I know Ginger Boy is fuming through his skin right now. Bro just fumbled the only chance that he had. I would be pissed too.
It should have been me, not him!
So Megamind pulls up on Ginger Boy and destroys the entire door. Like bro didn't even give any sort of privacy, not even a knock or anything. Megamind just came into that room like he owns the whole place. Like yo, learn some manners bro, that would not slide in a foreign household. You'll be turned into an example real quick. But then Minion smacks the goofy out of Ginger Boy with a stick that makes him forget all of his memories. And bro, do you really expect me to believe this Discord mod is meant to be a superhero? Like hell nah. Like Megamind really chose the wrong dude for this task. There's not a single coherent thought running in that brain right now. But then Ginger Boy gets his power up and transforms into a superhero form like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and his goal now is to take the place of Metroman as the new superhero Titan. And now I want you guys to take a look at what Megamind says to this man right here.
I am your father.
You're not my dad!
So Megamind starts training his own op that he just built, just so that he can have some competition, and he starts putting Titan through all types of exercises just so that he can become the best new superhero that Metro City has ever seen. Like nah, they really be letting anyone become heroes nowadays. I heard a man put on a bat suit and now he's suddenly Batman? Like let's be serious bro. Chill, I'm joking. So Megamind starts vibing out with Titan on a bench, and he tells him that he's scheduled to fight Megamind tomorrow so that he can become the new Metroman and so that everyone knows his name. And hey, maybe he could even pull Roxanne if all things go well. But we all know how that turned out last time. It ain't happening, just like Rod Wave hopping on a treadmill. The next scene pops off with Titan rolling up on Roxanne uninvited at her apartment. Bro really put on a Bubble Guppy's outfit and thought it would make a difference from last time. Like please take that atrocity off your body, I'm begging you. All you did was step back for real. But Titan did not take no for an answer cause he took her on a little joyride in the sky. Like bro, she is not interested in you, take a hint. Cause this man was really out here treating Roxanne like how Chris Brown was with Rihanna, tossing her and catching her over and over again. Like dog, you are not Spider-Man, you can't just be out here treating girls like this unless you're Peter Parker. Please stop it and get some help. And this is officially the beginning of Titan's villain arc, cause after Roxanne rejects him for the 50th time this movie, out here putting up 20 stale numbers, bro really has the audacity to get pissed at her and then leaves Roxanne on the tower alone. Like bro, if she didn't want you before, she certainly doesn't want you now. You're weird, buddy. You're weird. So now Megamind is disguised as Bernard at a restaurant and is patiently waiting for Roxanne to have a delicious 5-star steak with her, and I know Rod Wave heard that and started drooling and licking his lips.
I need
But Roxanne somehow ends up arriving just on time even after what just happened, and she starts telling him about the new hero that Megamind created. And while these two are sipping on that fine wine, we see my dog Titan in the background. And bro is sick to his stomach right now seeing all of this unravel, and I'm not gonna lie, if I was Titan, I would be emotional too. So Megamind goes in for the fatal mistake, cause he goes in for a little kiss, but to everybody's shock, this man sells the bag completely. Cause Roxanne touches Megamind's watch in the process, and when she opens her eyes back up, she's welcomed by Megamind, whose true identity is revealed. And this was probably the worst day of Roxanne's entire life, cause first of all, she got treated like a beanbag in the middle of the air, and then second, KSI tried tricking Roxanne into loving her. Like, dog, it gets to a point, leave this woman alone.
Leave me alone!
The next day begins and it only invites pure chaos cause Megamind suits up in this queso-sized robot and he starts abusing the city rules, screwing around in the city for the whole day, waiting for Titan to appear and challenge him in a one-on-one. But Titan didn't even bother to show up. Like, what are you even a superhero for at that point? Man, someone better call up Tony Stark. I'm tired of this buffoonery. So Megamind is like, fine, I'll do it myself, and goes to find where Titan is located at, and when he finds his apartment, he punches a gigantic hole in Titan's house. And we come to find out that bro was just casually chilling on the couch playing video games without a single care in the world, and Megamind was like, what the hell are you doing right now? We're supposed to be fighting. And we get the craziest plot twist in the entire film cause Megamind peeps the stuff that Titan has in his room and comes to the realization that he stole all of it. You're supposed to be a hero. I created you so we can battle. Why are you robbing banks? Being a hero is for losers. It's work, work, work 24/7.
For endorsing baby powder. I made a mistake.
So Megamind starts spilling the beans on how he took his girl Roxanne from her and also faked being his space dad, which honestly is surprising to me that he believed that in the first place. But anywho, this obviously gets Titan extremely angry because he initiates the fight by slamming the crap out of Megamind, sending him right onto the ground. But this is exactly what Megamind wanted because he retaliates with a mean backhand, slapping him so hard that he went underneath the ground like a hedgehog. And all I can say is, yeah, they squabbling out there now. This is exactly what we like to see. This is peak boxing. But the cameraman suddenly pans over to Megamind, who's like, haha, I'm in danger. Titan then rushes in at Megamind, but I guess bro has those tough type tendencies cause ain't no way Titan didn't catch this 10-foot robot standing right behind this building. Bro's acting like we can't see him right now. So Megamind slowly but surely tiptoes behind Titan, and I guess bro just had his headset volume on 0 cause Megamind taps him on the head and then clocks the life out of Titan, sending his ass crashing right into a building. But Titan clearly was not gonna let that type of disrespect slide cause he starts chasing down Megamind for a bit until he hits a U-turn right into a pole, giving him Patrick Star levels of brain damage. But Titan then counters by booting Megamind in the opposite direction, and then both of them start having a Star Saber battle like it's Anakin Skywalker versus Obi-Wan. This is amazing choreography. This is what I signed up for, baby. And Titan really starts cooking up right here because he smacks Megamind in the leg and then follows up by hitting a home run, sending Megamind flying into the stratosphere. But Titan said, I'm not finished, because he follows up by slamming the absolute mess out of Megamind, had bro laid out on all fours like a Gotham City resident. Megamind then makes an extremely lucky last second escape and gets up out of there, but then we get this cool little chase down scene across the streets with Titan tailing down Megamind. And bro, can we all just take a second and respect this animation right here? This movie was really ahead of its time. But sadly, I cannot say that about the second one. So Titan decides to grab this metal bar right here and chucks it right at Megamind, but he somehow manages to dive right into the subway and leaves the scene without a single trace. But then Titan decides, you know what, I still haven't caused enough violence in the city yet, cause he starts laser beaming buildings just for the fun of it and causes mass property damage. Like, what the heck, man? I'm actually starting to believe Titan is more nefarious than Megamind now, cause what do you gain from doing all this?
What do you gain from that?
But a few inches later, Megamind and Roxanne catch Metroman trying to creep away, and turns out bro was still alive after all these years.
How? I'm saying how?
And this man really faked his entire death the whole time, cause he went to a nearby nursing school and got some fake skeletons to cover his tracks. And some of y'all may ask, why did Metroman take so much time off and stop being a superhero? Well, it was all for this.
I have eyes that can see right through lead.
So Megamind ends up transporting back to prison and literally gives up on fighting Titan completely and even gives himself up in handcuffs. But meanwhile, we see Titan back at it again with his shenanigans, but this time he calls out Megamind out on live TV and tells him to come face him like a real man.
It's about to go down.
5 minutes later.
But now here's where the real action really begins, because Megamind starts trash talking Titan from the shadows and you can still see his big ass forehead. Like, dog, please do us all a favor and put on a hoodie or something. That forehead just keeps growing bigger and bigger by the scene. And this is exactly where we get introduced to the hardest line in DreamWorks history.
You're a villain, alright, just not a super one.
Pow.
So Titan rushes directly at Megamind, but he hits a magnificent weave and then hits this clean recovery by hopping onto his flying motorcycle. And right as Roxanne was about to fall to her demise like Black Widow, my dog Megamind arrives just in time and swoops her right up. But then the cameraman switches over and this man Titan chucks a Titanic-sized building straight at Megamind and he puts that boy straight to sleep, just like me after listening to Rod Wave's latest album.
Soon after.
So Titan inevitably pulls back up to the scene and he shows absolutely no remorse because he kicks a whole vehicle right at Roxanne until we get hit with the... Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that one had me geeked in my seat. That's a 10 out of 10 entrance right there, and it might even be worthy for an IG flick.
But wait! There's more!
Cause you're telling me that this entire time Megamind was the one that was disguised as Metroman? Yeah, I do not care, he's him, bro. And Metroman's presence alone was enough to make Titan quiver in his boots cause he immediately hits the dash wanting absolutely no smoke with Metroman. But after a bit of flying around the city, Metroman catches Titan and puts him in a high school bully pose, telling him to never come back to Metro City ever again. And hey, I'm not even gonna lie, that's aura right there cause Titan instantly left the scene like the good boy he is. And right as Roxanne and Megamind were having their moment in front of the entire city, to no avail, it gets interrupted by Titan, who comes back for round number 2 and he starts hating once again. Like, dog, I'm really tired of seeing this lame ass villain on my screen. These two are really out here trying to take each other's lives over a shorty. When did it get this serious, bro? But the boxing was on site between these two because Megamind lands a punch and it does absolutely no damage. And bro, look at Titan in this frame right here. He really said,
Light work, no reaction. Why are you looking at me right now?
and Titan just starts going completely berserk on Megamind, throwing cars at him, but my boy was out here hitting these clean weaves while talking to Roxanne at the same time. Roxanne then tells Megamind to look right behind him for any clues, and he starts heading over to his invisible car, but he ends up getting stomped on in the process.
I thought you were bad! You ain't bad! You ain't nothing!
So then Titan proceeds to grab Megamind and then clobbers the absolute daylights out of him, sending him against the wall, giving him some more back pain. But don't worry, little bro, just pop some Advil and you'll be fine. Megamind then starts desperately crawling over to his whip, and he somehow buys enough time to hop right into the car, and hey, it's just barbecue chicken from there. Cause Megamind starts hiding behind the car door, and it's actually working cause he has that Kaisen at build, which allows him to fit perfectly with the door, except for that monstrosity of a forehead that we can still see. So Titan then tosses Megamind right into the air like a side character, and after a bit of hang time, we finally cut to the beginning of the movie where he was falling from the sky and explains how he got into the situation like he's Deadpool. Megamind suddenly takes place as the cube and finally takes all of the power out of his body like how Aang did to Ozai in Avatar, like it's about dang time. And it's safe to say Titan has finally been defeated, and bro, I just love this line right here. It's a classic, man.
Thing about bad guys, they always lose. That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
And then we get one of the most memorable endings to a movie because Megamind becomes the new Metroman and even gets his own statue. But hey, that's the end. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe for more DreamWorks, and I'll catch y'all later. I'm out. Peace.